What's up, guys? Derek, moreplatesmoredates.com. Haven't done a fragrance video in a while, but over the summer I got Invictus Aqua. Finally, it was one that I had my eye on for ever since it came out. Honestly, thing is though, so let's go over my initial thoughts. Smell still very good. Performance not so good. So basically, to me, it just feels a little watered down, essentially. And I don't know why they reformulated it in the first place, but it wasn't for the better. And it's slightly a lot worse now, in my opinion. And would I advise getting it just off the bat? No. Thing is it a compliment getter? Yes. That is if they can smell it. The performance is weak, in my opinion, especially in contrast to the original version of it, which I guess you can still get probably on like eBay and some other places, but is it worth going out of your way to pay like, I'm sure it's probably marked up to like $150 plus, or at least $120, $130 plus for an old batch of it now. And is it worth it to get that when there's so many other good performing aquatics that you can use? No. And so like, what would you use this for in the first place? Well, I think this is how you can tell, by the way, that it's the newer one as opposed to the older one. Just look at this bottle and then go Google images Invictus Aqua. You'll see the original has like totally different color than this. This is clear. The original looks it's kind of like frosted looking, I believe. I think it's blatantly different in visually, which is good because it makes it easy to figure out which is which, as opposed to having to, like message sellers and ask what batch number it is and like cross-reference it on, what is it, Check Cosmetics or whatever, which is what I've always done when I want to see if a fragrance is worth buying or not. I always check the batch because, some of them get really neutered nowadays. So as far as where you'd use this in the first place, I think it excels in the summertime. Obviously, summer is pretty much done now. So I think it's a good kind of like everyday, light, good, playful fragrance. It's almost like it's like original Invictus, but with the aquatic splashed in. Like, that's literally Invictus Aqua. Like, it's very sweet. It's kind of like has that intense bubblegum kind of like sweet candy smell, but then it's a bit fresher and easier on the nose, in my opinion, than Invictus, which is probably why it was so good in the first place, because it wasn't so like, it's Invictus original. I feel it can give you it's one of those ones that's so potent it can give you a headache if you smell it too much. So even though it's good, it's a compliment getter, it's a bit overwhelming for some, whereas this one's a lot lighter and typically more mass pleasing, especially throughout the day. If you're around somebody all day long, it would be better to have this than original Invictus. But yeah, it's good for like gym, going out and doing errands and stuff like that. I probably wouldn't use it for dates at nighttime, especially. It's not a good club fragrance, not a good date fragrance unless you're probably in the summertime, realistically, and summer's pretty much done. But obviously it fits into that aquatic category, and honestly, I literally get better performance, ladies' reactions, value out of Nautica Voyage, which is only like $16 to $20 for 100 milliliters of it, and this was like 100 that it cost me. So, or actually, I don't remember what it cost. Maybe it was like 80 or 90, but whatever it wasn't worth it. It's like, even if I, douse myself in it, it doesn't really seem to last on me. Granted, I have dry skin, so I don't have the best skin chemistry anyways, so I always have to use like Vaseline behind my ears to improve the longevity of my fragrances. But I do not think it is a good buy now, when there are plenty of other aquatics that smell just as good and will get just as good compliments, but will last and project effectively as opposed to this one. And they're cheaper. So anyways, if you're looking for a cost-effective alternative, I would look at Nautica Voyage. If you're looking for, you know, like higher-end designer, honestly, Nautica Voyage typically gets better ladies' reactions than like everything else, even though it's like the cheapest one. But things like Aqua Amara are more on the edgy side and cost a lot more. And then you have Versace Eau Fraiche, I believe it's called, is very good as well for fresh fragrances. Is it Versace? Dylan Blue, whichever brand does that one, very good as well. All of those make excellent aquatics for your kind of like, I believe they're best for just like day-to-day stuff in school, you know, office, very light, not offensive. And yeah, I'd avoid this reformulation though, if you were considering it. And I would advise against going out of your way to pay a stupid high amount of money for the old one. So anyways, my thoughts, my review on the new Invictus Aqua formulation, not so good. Pass on it, definitely. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please drop a like if you liked it. Drop a comment. Subscribe. Hit that notification bell if you want to stay updated on videos, because that's what you got to do now on YouTube. So anyways, talk to you guys soon.